Right now at 10, severe weather thunders through the region. A number of funnel clouds. We have the video you want to see.
Plus, the storms brought plenty of rain and flooding, cars stuck in water, and Good Samaritans helping out.
Oh, we got showers.
WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. We begin with video of what looked to be funnel clouds in Berry Mills tonight. This video sent to us by a viewer. The funnel almost fully touching down, but soon dissipating. Plus, our cameras found some damage. If we go to the next one, Olive, here's a piece of metal roof that flew off into a field as a result of tonight's storms.
And another funnel cloud in Goose Island captured. You can see it forming in the distance and then again dissipating.
And a tornado touched down in Yucatan, Minnesota, the township over there west of Hoka, left behind plenty of debris and some fallen trees, blocked off more than a few roads.
And a number of cars flooded out as rain pummeled La Crosse. We saw multiple vehicles stuck in high water near Wygant Park. Luckily for those drivers, people familiar with the area's flood risks stopped to help.
And so I was on my way home and I saw a bunch of flashing lights from stalled out cars. So I decided to come down and push some people up.
So a lot of video. I mean, thanks to all the viewers who submitted things tonight. Certainly a lot of activity to break down. Greg was doing that quite a bit all evening long, keeping us all safe and informed. Are we out of the woods essentially now?
For tonight, yes. For severe weather, yes, we're out of the woods. We still got some, well, keep an eye on rivers and creeks and streams with all the rainfall that we received. But for the severe weather-wise, we're done with it. Now, we still got some potential for tomorrow. I'll get that in a little bit. We'll kind of explain that. The biggest threat, once again, rain. We've seen it 3 inches. Those dark areas are 3 inches plus. So some areas just west of La Crosse had that with a nice swath all the way up about 2.5. Even a lot of rain as you go further north, so they had steady rainfall in the morning and then storms in the afternoon too, so up to an inch. So the same areas we could see that once again, and that's why we'll have to keep an eye on the flooding risk. There's your reports. You can see the one supercell that was just east of Preston tracked a couple of funnels, actually tornado touchdowns all the way east of La Crosse. It kept spinning. It was a long-lived supercell. We had another brief spin up further south. Overall, not much wind and obviously no hail with this, given the storm mode was more of tornado and flash flooding. Rain. Overall, there's your temperatures right now. All the activity is pushed east. We do have a little bit of shower, light rain, drizzle is a possibility throughout the night. We have more activity coming. We can kind of time that out later tonight, but a lot of the activity coming later tonight is going to be just light showers. Not expecting any heavy thunderstorms coming through. We'll have a break and then maybe some more light showers coming through the morning commute. Won't be a lot of activity. We'll have a break, even some sunshine late morning, early afternoon, getting up to 79 or 80. For Sheen areas, you might get in the mid 80s by the time we get at that. Unfortunately, Eau Claire, a lot of clouds, precipitation getting up to 70. They'll have rain, a break, and then probably more storms too in the afternoon, but they're going to stay well below average too. So later on, we'll break down when all this ends, what Friday looks like, and we might not have another warm and humid weekend ahead. We'll explain that a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
2 Eau Claire men face child sexual assault charges. James Barbie and Robert Karstensen allegedly abused multiple children from their neighborhood between 2014 and 2022. According to court documents, children would play frequently on the men's properties where the assaults allegedly happened. Both admitted to inappropriate contact with children to police. Karstensen is held on a $1 million cash bond. Barbie on a $250,000 cash bond.
Wisconsin's Supreme Court will not take up a challenge to the state's congressional maps. Democrats asked the court to redraw those maps after it ruled the state district maps were gerrymandered. The court did not offer an explanation, and justices did not sign the order. Republicans currently represent 6 of the state's 8 congressional districts.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court is also siding with the legislature in a dispute with the governor. The court says Tony Evers improperly used his partial veto on a bill funding the state's reading law. Wisconsin signed Act 20 in July of 2023, which requires schools to teach phonics for early literacy. Months later, lawmakers wrote a bill including $50 million to implement it. Evers partially vetoed the measure to change how the money would be spent, and lawmakers sued. That money has sat frozen ever since.
We were disappointed with the decision, but we live with that. And so it's just a matter of making sure that we're working together. I'm counting on people's goodwill to do the right thing.
Now, the governor has partial veto power on appropriations bills. The Supreme Court's ruling says the $50 million is not an appropriations bill, so his partial veto is unconstitutional. Top Republicans on Joint Finance today say in part, quote, now that there is clarity, we look forward to releasing the $50 million set aside to support kids struggling to read and help implement these important bipartisan reforms.
The governor was in La Crosse urging lawmakers to fund child care in the next state budget. Evers joined a roundtable at the Collective on Main with local leaders and residents. The governor is calling for $480 million to continue child care counts, a pandemic-era program that used federal dollars to subsidize child care providers. That program ends June 30th unless lawmakers fund it with state money going forward. Evers' office says child care counts has helped providers continue care for over 417,000 kids. In a DCF survey this spring says if child care counts ends, a quarter of providers could close their doors and 3/4 would have to raise their rates.
What it shows me is that early childhood education is key to lots of things that go on in our state. My goals are making sure that we get state money going into child care.
Evers says he and Republicans are closer to solving child care funding than they've ever been before.
The city of La Crosse is considering a new downtown housing project. Today, the Economic and Community Development Commission discussed a multi-use development at the old La Crosse Tribune building. The Chalmers proposal looks to build a 4-story multifamily building featuring 260 residential units and 5,500 square feet of commercial space.
Everybody that we've met down here has been really open and welcoming to our development, and seeing the La Crosse Tribune building be redeveloped into something nice and useful for the city of La Crosse. So I have nothing but positives to say right now.
The plan still has to be approved by Common Council. Developers hope to start construction this fall.
TOMA's 4K program is seeing a major change.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergut explains.
Timber Pups 4K is giving families a new opportunity. Starting in the 2025-26 school year, they'll be expanding to an all-day program 4 days a week.
We find that over time that this will be strongly beneficial for our students, for our families.
After years of only offering half-day 4K, the Tomah Area School District is now moving to an all-day program.
So we'll have a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and on Wednesdays our teachers will have their collaborations and things such as that.
Academic benefits are the main reason behind the move. Studies show full-day 4K programs improve students' educational outcomes.
It's just going to be fantastic to build those foundational skill sets that our little guys need.
There's a cost-saving benefit for families too. Timber Pups is free to attend, and with the new all-day model, families won't have to pay for childcare the other half of the day.
I think that really shapes powerful opportunities for the future.
More than 100 students are already enrolled for 4K next school year. Throughout the summer, the district will monitor enrollment levels and will possibly add more classes if need be.
We're anticipating, possibly one more classroom section of that, and if we need to go to 2, I believe we can do that.
Enrollment is still open for Timber Pups. We'll have information on how you can enroll your child posted on our digital platforms. Reporting in Tomah, Allison Fergut, News 8 Now.
Now a quick travel alert. Wisconsin Highway 162 is now shut down for major construction. The road will be closed from US 14 in Coon Valley to Wisconsin 33 through November. Crews are replacing the deteriorating bridges along the route. WisDOT recommends using US 1461 and State Highways 27 and 33 to get around the work zone.
The Soak It Up summer kickoff took place this afternoon at Myrick Park. The free event taught everything from stormwater management to how to build rain barrels and how to soak up stormwater in your own backyard.
So this is our summer sustainability initiative that we focus on soaking on all the rain that we get during the summer season and how we can divert or repurpose some of that rain and keep it out of our storm system, out of our roadways, out of our lake, rivers, and streams, and use it over a course of a long period of time.
The event was put on by Habitat for Humanity and the City of La Crosse Parks Recreation Forestry Department.
Great timing today.
Yep, no, very much so. This year's Riverfest medallion has been found. It was found at Onalaska's Roe Park. Abby and Izzy are this year's winners. They won 4 buttons, $50 in food vouchers, and 10 free beverage tickets.
Still to come tonight at 10, a special day at the ballpark for some Brewers fans from the Coulee region.
As today marks the 28th Explore Lacrosse Day in Milwaukee.
Farmers and rural homeowners, is it a pain to make time for Saturday trips to your town dump? Big Hook has a low-cost, convenient solution. Starting at less than $2 per day, will leave you a small dumpster and dump it monthly. Call Mike today.
Red, white, and new. It's time to refresh your space for less at the King Furniture Pre-4th of July Savings Event. Save up to 50% on an entire room of beautiful new furniture. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining, you name it. Find mattress closeout deals on overstocked inventory and special factory closeout Lazy Boy recliners at prices too good to sit out. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. We'll even deliver in Holloway for free. It's the King Furniture Pre-4th of July Savings Event going on now.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward.
Or get 0% APR plus $2,600 total value on this Sierra 1500 model.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Farmers and rural homeowners, is it a pain to make time for Saturday trips to your town dump? Big Hook has a low-cost, convenient solution. Starting at less than $2 per day, will leave you a small dumpster and dump it monthly. Call Mike today.
It was a special day at the ballpark for some Brewers fans from our area.
News 8 Now's Jacob Lenzendorf was in Milwaukee with the story.
It is the longest running Brewers community event. Explore Lacrosse Day is in year number 28 of its existence, and fans, of course, boarding the buses bright and early this morning and then showing up here with plenty of excitement as the Brewers take on Pittsburgh Pirates.
16 buses took off around 7 o'clock this morning, carrying almost 1,000 La Crosse area residents for one of the most anticipated days of the year. In the pregame tailgate, there was tons of fun being had. A live band made its way from Nashville to play for the crowd. Games were available for the kids, and of course, the grills were loaded up with hot dogs and brats.
Well, it's the camaraderie, getting together with everybody here, getting to meet people that I work with at the hospital, and seeing friends and family and everybody, and the kids too, enjoying the family atmosphere of this whole day.
It's a day that many from the west side of the state always make sure to circle on the calendar because of the great memories it can provide.
I missed 3 times only in the last 2. One had to do with my son's wedding. So it's nice to be back after missing 2 years, but yeah, it's just a great time. Such a mixture of different people that come with us every year, and hope tradition continues.
And after the tailgate party was over outside the park, inside the La Crosse area was also well represented. The Coulee Chordsmen were back for another beautiful rendition of the national anthem.
Well, I think that's quite an honor. We had to send in a CD 7 years ago. They would evaluate whether we were, good enough to do this, and they thought we were. And since then, they've appreciated us coming down here. They get good comments, and we think we do a good job.
Dan Stacy of La Crosse threw out the ceremonial first pitch. The section of Coulee Region contingent were recognized on the Jumbotron, and Sergeant First Class Paul Roraff Sr. of the Onalaska Legion was named Hero of the Game.
Live music, good food, and great company. It's what Explore Lacrosse Day is all about. And when you throw in a couple of the best young pitchers in baseball, well, that makes for a good day at the ballpark. In Milwaukee, Jacob Lenzendorf, News 8 Now.
And they even got to open the roof today. Yeah, it was nice and sunny-ish. Sunny-ish. Better than it was here today.
Of course, as Jacob mentioned, great pitching matchup, and we'll have highlights from that matchup coming up later in sports. We will have more news ahead.
But first,
yeah, we have one more day of heavy rain potential, which could lead to more additional river flooding. We'll kind of break down how much we'll see. and what the temperatures have in store coming up on this weekend. That'll coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Up to 60% off list at the 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture. 6 select recliners, just $4.99 each. Get an Ashley sofa for just $3.49. The 4th of July blowout ends soon.
Hey Nick, what's your usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that GNT can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on GNT to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about GNT heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
Call GNT for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to GNT. Hey, I went to the new place. They didn't have everything, but the bananas were on sale.
Wait, why didn't you go to Woodman's?
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint. I'm Phil. Other stores promote a few items but charge more for everything else. At Woodmans, you save big time money on your whole grocery bill.
I even use the app to compare prices.
Oh my gosh, talk about receipt regret. Our work here is done.
Service and savings. It's Woodman's. Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's, moving life forward.
My wife urged me to get my ears checked, and I've done, like most people, everything possible to probably damage them. It's an easy process. It's an easy thing to do. It's free. Come in and get it checked. Mine is not perfect, but at least I know that I have to be a little more careful. You know, they've been doing this a long time, and they know what they're doing, so to have this available to us locally here, oh, they're fantastic. I would highly recommend them.
Better Hearing Center on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Up to 60% off list at Slumberland. Get this limited time deal, a Sealy Queen mattress starting at just $2.99. No one sells Sealy for less. Plus our 365-night sleep guarantee. Only at Slumberland.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Yeah, we already had some river issues that are coming up, some minor flood issues on the Yellow, the Black, and the Kickapoo. Now, with the recent rainfalls, we'll see how this affects the actual forecast. And Crest, probably will extend it, maybe make it rise a little bit. And we might see some more issues later on. We still got another day to go, but that still remains this weekend. They should be in minor flood stage. The Mississippi, every area probably will rise to action about the middle of next week. That could go higher since the mouth of Mississippi up in Minneapolis had a lot of rain today too. So expect maybe a couple crests on that as it works its way down. And small creeks, we still got to keep an eye on those tomorrow. Once again, we could have some heavier rain, so those flashy type creeks could respond once again, depending if we get training over the area. And as the ground is very saturated in some areas, so any amount of additional rainfall is probably not going to soak in the ground and it officially just run off. So that's the problem we'll be dealing with right now. There's the Black River right now. The forecast is still about 48. Oh, the number's not showing up there. It's still going to continue to rise, but we're going to likely see some issues with that too. Kickapoo, the same story. These river numbers are not showing up right now. We're going to get into the minor flood stage as we go throughout the event too. Overall, if you look at the activity going on, you can see there's your activity that's going on further to the southeast. We have additional stuff in Iowa, but this stuff is really going to begin to fall apart, so don't expect much in the way of that precipitation that continue to come into the area. I would assume we'll see some showers eventually approach some of the western areas by the morning commute. That's going to be very light, may even fall apart, and then it's really going to be kind of a break. You see even some sunshine towards the south of the cross. That'll be the indicating we'll start seeing a little bit dry conditions from late morning, probably to about the early afternoon time frame, and it's really about 2 to 3 in the afternoon is when the showers and thunderstorms begin to develop along the cold front or this complex to the west. With a daytime heating, we could see some strong, even severe like we did today. Still a lot of questions of how much heating we'll get. That'll come through at some point, maybe as early as 2, maybe as late as like 4 to 5 for La Crosse. There's still some timing differences on that, but it'll be late afternoon through the evening. It'll swing another line through of showers and thunderstorms and heavy rainfall, mainly south of Eau Claire. Further north, they'll have some activity, but mainly showers and some steadier rain in the evening hour. This swings through. By the time we get to about 7 or 8 p.m., we're probably going to be done with the severe threat there and actually heavy rainfall. And as we go through about 8 to 9, the shower threat begins to diminish too. So overnight, I think once we get past midnight, it's going to be drier conditions. Going on to Friday, the good news is we're going to start off with cloud cover in the morning with that northwest wind. By the afternoon, we should see breaks and some sunshine coming out. And with this northwest wind, it's going to usher in a nice cooler air mass, less humidity, especially going into Friday. Unfortunately, that's not going to last too long. Rainfall amounts here as we're looking at, amounts could be in this area, could be up to about 3 to 4 inches, depending on where the training begins. That could be further south or east, but a lot of areas along and south of I-90, got to keep an eye on the water once again, because we could see that significant rainfall, a little bit less as we go further north. Now, the severe threat, as I mentioned, right now it's just possible, but that could change if we do get more heating like we did today, where it kind of bumped up the category a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on that. Once again, it would be a wind threat with this. Tonight, tomorrow's temperatures, big spread, because further north they have more cloud cover, mid-60s of Ladysmith, but where we have sunshine coming out, it's going to get warm and humid with upper 80s potentially towards Prairie du Chien. That's where we'll have to keep an eye on this area for the stronger storms in the afternoon once the front comes through. That could change depending on cloud cover and heating. Friday's temperatures not showing up right there, but we're going to be more in the 70s and 80s. And as you notice there, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we do have some warm temperatures, so the heat risk could get up into maybe 95 to maybe 99 on either day, especially Sunday. So nothing like we saw last weekend, but still prepare for some humid conditions come Saturday and Sunday. But we also have storms in the way coming Sunday as a cold front swings through in the afternoon and evening. And then all of next week, for the most part, looks mainly dry and pretty seasonable temperatures and lower humidity too. Now, will that extend throughout the 4th of July weekend?
We hope so.
A little too early, but I think the temperatures will stay there. We'll see about precipitation here as we get closer.
All right. Thank you so much for everything today, Greg.
You were great.
Coming up next in sports, a heat wave in Milwaukee. Flamethrowers Jacob Mizorowski and Paul Skeens in a battle of baseball's brightest young aces. Cade is next.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in-store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
This is Arby's $7 Euro meal. Do the Greeks have a god of meat? If they don't, is there a form we need to fill out? A number to call? Arby's, we have the meat.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face, when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Drive your story with a new Ram. Take your next adventure in a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Get employee pricing plus for a limited time only. Get your favorite Jeep, Ram, Dodge, or Chrysler during the Employee Pricing Plus sales event. Employee pricing for all means anyone can get exclusive employee pricing on these new vehicles. This opportunity won't last long, so stop into Pischke Motors now. This offer ends June 30th. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Look, a perfect sandwich symphony. Nothing could be better. Okay, it just got better.
Mix and match a Quarter Pounder with cheese, a Big Mac, or other favorites. Get any two for $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in-store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Cade Overton.
We had a treat over in Milwaukee earlier this afternoon. Two of the MLB's best young pitchers going head-to-head at American Family Field. Jacob Mizorowski looked to continue the hot start to his rookie season, and Pittsburgh's Paul Skeens is chasing an NL Cy Young. So let's go there. Here's Pittsburgh's ace, Paul Skeens. A good start to the game for him. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the first inning. But then later in the second, the Brewers would get to him. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Joey Ortiz is going to hit a dribbler up the first baseline. Out at first, but a run scores. Milwaukee takes the lead. Next batter, Eric Haas at the plate, and he pops one up to shallow center field. O'Neal Cruz can't make the play. Add another one. It's 2-0 Brewers. Let's go to the top of the order. Sal Frelick up to bat. A ground ball to second base, but the throw home is not in time. Durbin scores. Milwaukee pouring it on, and they weren't done. Now 2 outs with runners at the corners, and Christian Yelich, he's going to stay hot, lines it out to right field. One more run scores. Brewers the 4-0 lead after 2 innings. And for Mizorowski, he was awesome. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. He's now pitched 16 big league innings, giving up just 3 total hits, and has 19 total strikeouts with a 1.13 ERA. Certainly a fan favorite already, and could potentially maybe be a Rookie of the Year candidate. Pirates would score 2 late in the game, but McGill is going to shut the door. Brewers win 4-2, and manager Pat Murphy is liking what he sees from his young pitcher.
The fact that he understood it and understood the magnitude it meant for our team. It's about the team. And I think he got it loud and clear, and didn't give up free bases, didn't implode. Walked the first guy, got back on track. Speaks to, what he can do.
So 4-2 the final. Milwaukee gets the series win. They are now 20-8 in their last 28 games, playing their best ball of the season. But there's still some work to do. They trail the Cubs by 2.5 games for the division lead. Milwaukee goes again Friday, hosting the Colorado Rockies. Over in Minnesota, the Twins in need of a win up against the Mariners. Joe Ryan on the mound for Minnesota, and he was dealing today. 6 innings pitched, 8 Ks, just 3 hits, as his ERA is down to 2.86. But you need some offense to win a game, and Cody Clemens had just the thing for that. How about a solo home run? That put the Twins up 2, and that's all they would need. They get the win 2-0, the final. And in the Northwoods League, not much of a surprise on this one, but tonight's game between the Loggers and the Express has been postponed. I know they do everything they can to keep the schedule moving, but tonight's rain maybe just a little too much. Loggers will be in Eau Claire tomorrow night. First round of the NBA draft happening tonight, and to nobody's surprise, Duke's Cooper Flagg, the #1 overall pick as he's going to the Dallas Mavericks. Dylan Harper of Rutgers was the 2nd pick. He'll be going to San Antonio. Baylor's VJ Edgecombe was the 3rd pick selected by the Philadelphia 76ers. And coming in at #4, Wisconsin native Con Knippel was selected by the Charlotte Hornets, making him the highest drafted Wisconsin native of all time and the first lottery pick since lacrosse's own Johnny Davis. Round 2 coming tomorrow, where we could see John Tonje of the Badgers selected, or maybe even Marquette's Cam Jones. How about that? We love it when we see Wisconsin guys doing big things, and being drafted #4 out of everyone is a pretty big accomplishment.
Absolutely. I didn't think Knippel would go top 5 just because there's a lot of natural athletes out there.
I think the thing is he could fit in on pretty much any team. He just knows the places to be. Really good basketball
Smart player. All right. Thanks, Cade.
All right, we'll have more news after the break.
Thanks, Cade.
Out with the old and in with the deals, only at Wesco Home. It's our inventory clearance event with up to 50% off furniture. It's the perfect time to refresh your space and save big. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
It's summertime, and the Ford lineup is ready to step into the spotlight. Lights, summer, action. Get great deals on your favorite Ford trucks. Then take advantage of the season. From the built Ford Tough F-150 to the 2024 North American Truck of the Year Super Duty, your local Northland Ford dealers are rolling out the red carpet with exclusive deals on America's best-selling trucks. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Don't wait. Last chance to get employee pricing plus more than $11,000 in total savings on a new 2025 F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Summer's officially here, and Fleet Farm's ready to go with unbeatable outdoor deals. Stock up on 24 packs of Fleet Farm bottled water. On sale now, just 2 for $5. Get 20 pounds of Bear Mountain barbecue pellets for $7.99 a bag. And spruce up your yard with bags of Superior Weed and Feed for just $19.99. Whether you're grilling or chilling, get what you need at the best prices guaranteed this summer at Fleet Farm. And check out all our deals at fleetfarm.com.
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we can't wait to see you again at Culver's.
What makes us happy is making you happy.
We want every meal
to be filled with big bite moments.
Lick the spoon moments.
And even get your hands off my cheese curds moments.
They're just too good to share.
From the juiciest bites to the sweetest scoops.
We're all about bringing people together
over delicious food. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
Out with the old and in with the deals, only at Wesco Home. It's our inventory clearance event with up to 50% off bedroom sets and mattresses. It's the perfect time to refresh your space and save big. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A relic of American history buried for centuries is slowly being put back together for a new exhibit. Workers at the New York State Museum in Albany are assembling more than 600 pieces of a boat from the Revolutionary War era.
Crews made the discovery at the World Trade Center site in Manhattan 15 years ago. The remnants had been buried in a landfill for more than 2 centuries. The exact history of the ship is unknown. Each of the 600 recovered pieces were placed in a giant freeze dryer to remove moisture before the boat could be rebuilt. That's a lot of pieces.
A patriotic project, I believe.
Yeah, patriotic.
There we go.
That's going to take about 2-3 years, right? Do you think
Yeah,
so?
I think
It's a lot
so.
of pieces.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Give or take.